at the Agriculture and Rural Development Institute. That's where we've been this entire morning. Look at that beauty shot. It's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, the sun is coming out. Let me just share something with you. A little bit earlier, it was 2 degrees. We're not the only ones freezing. The dogs here are freezing too. It's just incredibly, incredibly cold, but it is beautiful. I'm going to stop complaining about the weather. Phil has been giving you an update throughout the morning, and he'll continue to keep on doing that. Now, according to the Department of Agriculture, they've got 11 of these centers around the country, and thousands of students are brought to these centers every year, and they take part in animal health care, very similar to the one we're broadcasting from this morning. I'm joined now by 2 of the students. We're going to unpack a little bit why they were interested in the first place. It's Sinovuyo and Mongezi. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Sinovuyo, what is it about animal health care that attracted you? Where were you? Why did you decide you wanted to do it?
Well, firstly, I was at school doing grade 12 and I did agriculture, so I've been in love with agriculture all the way. And I love agriculture because I'm in love with animals. We live with animals in our daily lives, so that's why I'm interested in this.
Mongezi, for you, what drew you to agriculture and I don't want to say animal farming, but animal health care?
First of all, what I would say is that I was really interested in this field because there are few people in the rural area who knows about animal health and other stuff, how to take care of an animal, how to prevent some diseases like zoonotic diseases that can be transferred from human to animals each year, and rabies.
Sinovuyo, I just want to understand, because, part of the agriculture department is they want to make youth understand that this is a viable career. If there are young people watching at home, what would be the message to them? What have you, over the last couple of months, because you're part of that first batch that were enrolled here and you're going to be here for 3 years, what would you say to young people?
Well, they should consider agriculture, because there's few people who are here doing agriculture, and it's actually something that is interesting because it's what we live and do every day. Yeah.
What was the most interesting thing for you? You've been here for about 6 months or so. What is the most interesting thing that you've learned so far, Mongezi, that you thought, wow, I didn't know that?
The most interesting is that I can able to differentiate between different species of pigs. Let's say we've got indigenous breeds, those that are resistant to infection and also to higher temperatures, and also there are modern breeds. I've also learned about that there you have to give them iron when they're small piglets as compared to those that are indigenous. And also you have to guide them in terms of when they are mating. They are not like those who find them at home, those who are running around. They don't need a lot of guidance.
I didn't know that there was more than one breed of pig. That's an interesting fact. Okay, so you're going to do some kind of vaccination with the dog, Mongezi. Sinovuyo, you're going to take us through it. But very quickly, what have you learned over the last 6 years, last 6 months? What is the course material? What courses are you on at the moment?
Animal health, that's the course that I'm taking. It has anatomy and physiology, it's communication, it's animal handling and welfare, it's computer literacy.
Okay, Mongezi, are you going to inject the dog very quickly? We're vaccinating him against what, or her?
Vaccination against rabies.
Okay, against rabies. Okay, so you go off and do that. How often are you at the moment? I know you've only been here for 6 months, but are you at this point already interacting with animals?
Yes, we are. We're actually involved in the activities that are done here in the institution. And we go out for practices in the villages. We once went to the dairy farm, stud breeders. We go to horse racing to check with the horses before they race. We check if they are good enough or in a health state.
Now, you've said you've always been interested in animals and in agriculture. What was the reaction from your parents, from your family, when you said that this is kind of the field you want to go into?
Well, at home they couldn't understand, but my mom actually loved it because she saw how patient I was about it.
Okay, so right now he's given a vaccination to the adult dogs, and now he's busy with the puppy. Is it exactly the same thing that he's injecting in the?
Yes, it's an anti-rabies vaccine. It's actually used to fight, boost the immune system to fight against rabies.
Okay. That's part of our broadcast here this morning. So much more still coming from Cholo Village, but it's Sinovuyo and Mongezi talking to us about just the institute. They're here for the next 3 years. They're part of their first year. They're in actual fact been here for 6 months, and already they've been involved in community activities, going out to the various farms, dealing with animals. And there's just some interesting stuff. And I did mention to you at the beginning that this is really the big drive for the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, is to unbundle this industry, to make it more attractive for young people and for them to see that this career or a career in this industry is viable. We take an ad break. You don't go anywhere.